Everybody, it's the boss lady here, coming to you with a little vlog. If you're following me on Instagram, you already know what I'm getting ready to talk about. But man, I'll be so happy when school starts. I'll be happy. And the one reason why I'll be happy is if there's an issue at this particular school, it gets dealt with. It gets handled. There's no, any drama, whatever. Everybody want to work together for the better good of the children. Okay, so I don't know if I told you guys, but Miss Peanut is doing, she's doing a couple weeks at the YMCA. Well, last week, I think I told you, she got hit in the mouth because this girl was playing this dirty trick, dirty little game, talking about smell my hand, pop, and popped her in the mouth. Then this week, this little girl, they were on the playground, and accidents always happen on the playground, always. Somebody might bump you or whatever. So they were on some playground equipment. Miss Peanut happened to, accidentally step on the girl's hand. She said she was sorry. She said, I'm sorry, it was an accident, The little girl, and she's younger, younger little girl, she gonna go and get her somebody else and then try to stomp on my child, and my child punched the mess out of her. I was like, whoop, wait a minute now. Because, I told you, Miss Peanut not really a fighter. She not like her sister. Her sister pop off in a minute. So, when I went to pick her up, the little girl was, excuse me, your daughter. And I'm thinking, okay, first and foremost, I don't talk to kids. I don't hold conversation with kids. Kids are not on my radar. No. I talk with my children, but, So, and apple don't fall far from the tree. Okay, so that tells you something when I talk about my child, my eldest, because yes, mama will snap too. So she gets it honest. Miss Peanut, she's more reserved, and that's where I am now. But, anyway, so this little girl is talking to me. I'm like, what is this child talking about? So she says something, and I don't remember what the word or phrase was, but she said something to Miss Peanut. Miss Peanut turned around, and she was like, in her face. Because like I said, the little girl, she's smaller than her, but she was all in her face. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not, because it threw me for a loop, because Peanut is very reserved. But see, those are the ones you need to watch for, the quiet ones and, well-reserved ones, because them be the ones that will snap you in two. So, I asked staff, I'm like, I need to speak to somebody, blah, 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 right? Okay, so they're going to say, oh, well, you can talk to her. Homegirl said, I'm off the clock. I'm looking like, if you off the clock, why you still here? Because let me tell you something. When 4:30 hit today, boss lady out the door in her car already down the street. You heard me? Before you can get 30 seconds into 4:30, boss lady is out the door and gone. So, I was like, okay. So then they said, well, call this person. And then they called the person over the radio, whatever. And next thing you know, they said, well, what's the little girl? Who is the little girl? And they saw who the girl was. They said, oh, her mama work here. And I said, look, I ain't trying to have no drama. I just need to speak to someone in charge. Oh, well, you talk to her mama. Like I said, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This woman must have came over there, tooted up. If you don't know what that means, attitude already. That's what tooted up means. At least here at home in Minnesota. So she already have an attitude. I'm like, Lord, here we go. So then she asked her daughter what happened, and the little girl told her, but she changed the story slightly. Now, what she told me was same as what, Peanut said outside of one little thing. Well, the girl changed the story completely. So the mama gonna say, and the mama didn't even listen to what the little girl said, because if she would have listened, she would have heard that her daughter struck first. But, she would have heard that, one, it was an accident, and then she retaliated, and my daughter got her back. So anyway, she gonna say, what did she say? Well, I raised you right. Somebody hit you, you hit them back. Now, I know that's the lingo. That's the 411 in the black community. I know that. My mama said the same thing. My grandmama, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins. I think I've said that to at least baby girl. Peanut too. But, you know, to a certain degree. Not just, you know. But the way that woman handled it, very unprofessional. And I was like, are you serious? So I was taken back by what she said. So I said, that it? You're serious? What? And so she was just like, do y'all need me for anything else? I said, oh. I said, that's cool. I said, you out of here tomorrow. I said, I'm so done. And so right now where I'm at, and I'm probably going to have to do this in 2 parts because I got to turn the camera off. But where I'm at right now, I'm pulling up to my mom's job because my mom is picking Peanut up in like 2 hours. Because I was like, no, she can't stay there. Now with that woman, because it'll be World War III just in Minnesota because ain't nobody got time for that. So I got to run in here. I got to give my mom a couple instructions and then we'll be, you know, back to a regular program. So she's going to pick her up today for me because, my goodness. But I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to just run in and talk to mama real quick. But, and I'm sitting here waiting to turn. I was running. So I'm out of breath. But anyway, so, yeah. I just wanted to give my mom instruction on where to pick her up at because she's going to be in a somewhat of a different location of where I told her yesterday. So I had to, you know, just give her update. And my mom don't always check her phone on the way somewhere. So I just wanted to make sure she had that instruction before I went to work because I didn't want her to be calling me like, where's the baby? So thank goodness for retired parents, I tell you. And so anyway, so like I said, she's supposed to be going to the Y for a couple of weeks before school started. I was going to have her do the last 3 weeks of her summer before school started. She was going to go to the Y, and it's hot. So, but I ended up canceling the 3rd week because I just said, you know what, I don't have time for this. I got to be at work. You know, I'm trying to get away from negativity and drama and ignorance and, you know, hood mentalities or whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, let me tell you this. Now, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that there's certain things I allow Miss Peanut to do and not do. So, please believe this YMCA is not quote unquote in the hood, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's in more of our upstanding communities or whatever, but kids from all over go to this Y. So, you know, you have all walks of life that might walk through that door, just like with schools. So, but it's been better. It's a better location than the one that is like near my mom's house, because that one, oh no, we put baby girl at the one that's closer to my mom's house, and she went all of 2 days. Mind you, that was like 15 years ago, but I'm just saying. So, you know, so I said I would never put Miss Peanut there, you know, and we've always done all of our business out in this area. It's a suburb, you know, a suburban area, whatever. So, I don't know. I'm just like, and it's not a thing of, oh, I want her in a bubble. Oh, I don't want her to, you know, deal with certain things. But, you know, there's some things that just can be avoided. I'm sorry. There are things in life that can be avoided. You know, now the everyday playground stuff, that can't be avoided. But the ignorance of it, oh, come on. I mean, seriously. So, and so I had to explain to my mom, you know, what the lady looked like, so she know in case if that's who she has to deal with. And I told her, you know, the name. And the name is not a fan of my mother. Lord have mercy. She is the name of this woman is the name of my dad's ex-wife. So, and my mom, yeah, she was like, what? So she's already on 10, like, you know, I don't like that name. I'm like, yeah, mama, I know. But anyway, so I gotta laugh to keep from fussing. So anyway, so mom's gonna pick her up and like, well, actually she said, well, I would still say about 2 hours because mom gets off at 9. It's 7:34 now. So she'll be there probably about 15 minutes after she gets off, depending on traffic. But I am on my way to work. And I'm trying to think, what else are we up to? Man, I have been cleaning like crazy. And have you ever, let me ask you this, when you have something to do, like whether it's vacation or company coming over, whatever, do you clean everything, or do you clean certain things? You know, like, I'm trying to prep and prepare, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know, why did I wait till the last minute? That was the thing. I procrastinated. I waited till the last minute. I had this whole list of things to do, and then it was like, oh, yep, not gonna get done. So I'm working with procrastination right now. And I have to wash Miss Peanut's hair. Luckily, she's not going swimming, so that's a plus. Because she was supposed to swim like all day today or whatever, but I was like, nope, leave that swimsuit right in the house, and your towel and goggles and whatever else, because you're not going. I'll take her swimming on the weekend or something, or whatever, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm in traffic and I don't like it. But anyway, oh, I didn't tell you guys what happened. Okay, so since I'm vlogging, I can tell you this. The other week, was it last week, last Thursday, I was at work, you know, at the place I'm going to now, and like 3 minutes before I was to get off, my husband calls me, and I was like, what the heck? You know, I'm thinking there must be a problem. What's going on? Sure enough, it was a problem. He said, did you get my text? I said, no. He said, there's like 15 cop cars up here. Up where? Because we live on a hill, so, you know, we always say up here. Because, like, when I go to my mom's, I go on down the hill, so I go down to my mom's. But anyway, so he was like, there's like 15 cars up here, and cop cars, and you're not going to be able to come home. What you mean I can't come home? What happened? So I told you guys we live on the border of a suburb, right? So there was an issue with the suburban side, not our side. Now, you know, they always talk about our city. But yeah, so the suburban side, there was an issue, and they had sheriffs, they had deputies, they had troopers, they had regular, the suburban police, they had our city police, car roped off, everything. One of my neighbors took a picture of the guy being arrested, said there was a weapon in the car. Nobody got killed, but apparently there was an altercation. Somebody got hit with a pipe. The house where the person got hit with the pipe got, the house got shot at or whatever, shot up, or so I think it just got shot at, because I drove past the house. I just drove past the house now, and there's no bullet holes. So, I mean, unless it's somewhere where I couldn't see it. But anyway, so there was a bunch of activity last Thursday. So I was like, oh my goodness. So then I'm part of a neighborhood site. I think I told you guys this before. We have this neighborhood website called Nextdoor, and I think it's nationwide, but you can do it specific to your area. So I'm on the Nextdoor site because one of my neighbors texted me and said, what's going on? You know, we see our block is on the site. And I'm like, what? So I go in there and I'm reading, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then this lady says something. I said, well, how do you know that? She said, oh, it's on Facebook. I said, what? It's on Facebook? She said there was somebody doing a Facebook Live, and they posted to a page on Facebook. Now, y'all know I'm not a super fan of Facebook, but I, you know, logged in because I have a, you know, a thing. So I logged in, and I went to this page or whatever. And the page is a public page, but in order to post on the page, you got to be a member. So I watched the video. And this man that was supposed to be talking about our city, which is, we call it the north side of Minneapolis, because the way Minneapolis is set up is set up as north, south, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, Minneapolis or whatever. So they always talk about North Minneapolis being, you know, so bad and crime and blah, 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 whatever. But you know, where we are, we don't never have those issues. So I'm like, what the heck? So I'm watching it. Now, mind you, I had been cooking the entire time, been in the kitchen. This man was literally outside my house. I didn't hear him, maybe because I was cooking, and I was talking to my husband, but he was outside my house doing a Facebook Live. He had went and videotaped not only the different crime scenes or whatever, but also when he got to my house, because where they had this car roped off, it was right outside the house. That's why I couldn't park by the house. He was videotaping my cars. And then because there was one, we have a car, it's called a Mercury Marauder. If you have a husband or a guy friend, ask him about a Mercury Marauder. They'll show you what it looks like. It's a very rare car. It was only in production for 2 years. So we have one of those cars. Anyway, he was like, oh, look at this car, and da-da-da, and he's just talking about it, and then he was saying how, oh, well, got it parked in the wrong neighborhood, and shoot, it's gonna get shot up, and blah, 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 and he was just, this man was so vulgar. He was so rude. Not only did he talk about the car, about how much he loved it and liked it and how rare it was and blah, 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 he videotaped the car, walked around the entire car, pointed out any imperfection that he could find on the car, and recorded the license plate of the car. Not to mention, he told exactly the location of the car. So, if anybody wanted to, you know, do some stuff, they could have came right to my house, because all they had to do was follow the video. They could have came right to my house and did whatever they wanted to do to the house, to the vehicles, everything. I said, what the heck? So, you know, I contacted the man on the messenger thing, because I have messenger. I contacted him and I was like, hey, you know, you was outside my home. I saw your video and you were videotaping my cars. The man wants to sit and talk about, oh, how nice the car was and where'd you get the car from? Da, da, da. No. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the fact of what you did. He gonna say, well, it was in a public place. Now, granted, we all park in public places. Somebody done got my spot today. Lord have mercy. I'm like, we all park in a public place, but at the same time, in between time, you don't just necessarily go and record people's license plates. I mean, that's just not right. So he apologized, said sorry, and then was like, but anyway, about that car. Are you kidding me? And boss man, I let him watch the video. When I tell you that man went outside them doors looking for him, I was like, oh Lord, here we go. He did. He went outside. He went looking for him. Like, where's he at? You know, I don't appreciate this. But of course, the man, he had already gone. But see, that's the thing. You have a lot of people with this keyboard courage, with these Facebook lives, and then they go run tell that, and then go run and hide, you know. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and I'm tired of it. I got a few minutes. So yeah. I was just like, I could not believe that. So I said, well, let me see what this page is about. The page is not about, it's not about reporting like good things of our city. It's basically a place to go and complain. You know, they tell, oh, I heard shots fired on such an avenue or whatever. And then they downgrade or talk about the people. And basically it's a racist page. I'll just boil it down to what it is. It's a racist page. It's a racist page because whenever there's anything going on, you know, they start saying racial things. And so I read the little, what do you call it? The rules of the page, and I could have swore there was one of the rules of not being racial or not baiting people and this and that. Please, this page is so racist, but that's the Minnesota nice that I'm always talking about. Ridiculous. But anyways, guys, I just got to work and I just wanted to vlog. I want to tell y'all about Miss Peanut, what's going on. I gotta go and handle some business, and yeah, so I'll see you on a new video. Bye-bye.